Hello, this is Music Tech Help Guy. Welcome to this Logic Pro 10 video tutorial on using screen sets. Screen sets are something I meant to show in the main Logic series way back when, but somehow I just slipped my mind. I never ended up going over them in the main series. Screen sets are a way for you to save different window configurations. In fact, that's what they're called in Pro Tools, is they're called window configurations. So it's a way for you to recall very quickly a particular set of windows or editors in a very particular arrangement. So let me show you how these work. You can access the screen sets from up here. By default, there is one screen set. It's screen set 1. And the way you're going to access these is using the number keys on the number row. So screen set 1, if I hit 1, is just going to bring up the same screen set that I have. So let's say that I want screen set 1 to just be my arrange window. Basically just the way I have it right now. So let me just go up to screen set 1 and I'm going to choose rename. I'm going to call this arrange. There we go. So now it labels it arrange. No big deal, right? Okay, so let's create another screen set. So how do we create another screen set? You just hit the corresponding key on your number row that you want the screen set to be tagged to. So I'm going to create screen set 2. So I'm just going to hit 2 on the keyboard. And now you can see there's a 2 up here. So for screen set 2, let's make this sort of like an editing, sort of creative screen set where I've got my browser up. I've got my loop, maybe like my loop browser up. There we go. So I have all this other stuff up. So I'm going to rename screen set 2 to be called, it's not really called the browser, the library. I'll say library arrange loops. And let's say we want to create a third screen set. So I hit 3. Let's say that screen set 3, I want to be sort of like a MIDI editing screen set where the piano roll editor is open and maybe another window is open. So let me open up the piano roll editor. I'll pull that up here. And what's another MIDI window that I use a lot? Let's say the MIDI transform window. So maybe I want the transform window up as well. I'm just going to try to make these sort of fit evenly on the screen here. There we go. So that's screen set 3. Let's rename that. I'm going to call it MIDI and transform. And let's create a 4th screen set. Hit 4 on the keyboard. Let's make this sort of like a mixing screen set. So I'm going to pull up my mixer. I'm actually going to close out the main window completely. Maximize the mixer. And let's say in this screen set that I kind of want to also see my final meters on my master fader over here. Maybe I'll have my multimeter out, my mastering limiter out here. And that'll be screen set 4. So I'm going to rename that mixing with meters. And now all we have to do is we can go back and forth by these 4 different screen sets by pressing 1, 2, 3, or 4 on our keyboard. So 1 is the one with the arrange window. 2 is the one with the library and the loop browser up. Oh, hang on. There we go. Well, notice one thing here. I'm hitting 3, and it's not going to the 3rd screen set. It's because I actually have the loop browser in view. So I have to click somewhere else and then hit 3. There we go. There's our MIDI editing one, and 4 is our mixing one. Now, one thing you can do is you can lock these screen sets. So let's say that, let's go ahead and lock number 4. So while on number 4, I'm just going to go to lock. That's going to lock it. You'll see this little dot up there by the 4. Basically, locking means that if I like move things around or close them out, or maybe open up something different, but then go back to that screen set. So I'm going to hit 4 again. It'll revert back to what we had before. So even though I close my Pro L and close my multimeter, those 2 plugins are still going to pop up in the exact same position. So even if I don't close them, you can just move them around, go back to 4, and they put them back in their position. So if somehow stuff gets discombobulated, if you have a locked screen set, you can always go back and get those positions back. So very simple video for today, guys. Nothing super special, just something I meant to cover in the main Logic series, something that's very, very helpful for workflow. By the way, these screen sets are not saved for all of your sessions. They are saved per session. So each session will have its own set of screen sets. So don't think that just because I set up this set of screen sets for this session, that it's going to work for another one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you really did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you really would like to support the channel, please go over to patreon.com/MusicTechHelpGuy. We are still trying to get our live video tutorial series off the ground. So please go over there if you can and make a contribution. That's patreon.com/MusicTechHelpGuy. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.